Okay, friends, so we're back with Psycho for Tycho once again. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. I've pulled out the Pensy Caboose conversion, and the reason I pulled out this conversion is I got a new set of rivet decals.
From Tycho, of course.
Greetings, friends, and once again, we're back with a new episode and hopefully a new season of Psycho for Tycho here. And I pulled out my Pensy Caboose because this is one of the projects I had done beforehand, not the one on the video. This one has some rivet detail missing. We tried some micromark rivet decals, only to find out that the rivets weren't raised enough for that job. And the caboose that I had built for the project wound up being too wide. So I wound up seeing another YouTube video from a channel called Rio Grande in the San Luis Valley, and this is a guy that he also does upgrades and modifications of cheap toy-like model railroad cars, Tycho and Lifelike and Bachmann and all that. And he did a scratch build of a gondola which had rivet detail, and so I did a little digging and I found who made these rivets, and I like these guys already, because it's the new cool kids at Archer Fine Transfers. So this is Archer Fine Transfers. I think I have their website. Yeah, their website's going to be right down here. Haven't even opened the box yet, so I'm curious how their rivets are going to compare to Micromark's rivets decals. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to open up the box. This is their resin rivet starter set. And this is cool. Okay, so they've got this, and yeah, that was a price, so it's not a cheap thing, but we decided to give it a shot anyway. And it comes with a little measuring card and everything, and here's their information. If I can move things out of the way here. So there's their information. And if I can scrape this up here. Alright, let's open up the... Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's the front end of it. This is the back end of it. And I'm already feeling these rivets are a lot more pronounced than the decals from Micromark. So let's take that out of the package and see what we got here. Okay, we got the rivets, and like I said, these rivets feel more pronounced, so they might actually show up better with painting. There's their instructions. And this was the set I got. And of course, you know, I got this card with all these shades on there. 50 Shades of Black. So I'm liking this already. So I'm thinking, and I went and I got their sampler set, which is probably why it's more expensive. I don't really remember all that, but it's got the alternate center rivets, and they're pretty close to the Tycho offsets. And I believe This second one is going to be the closest as far as spacing goes. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to separate these, and then we're going to go ahead and measure, which is perfect timing because my heater just kicked on. It is cold today. It's about 40 degrees right now as I'm filming this. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to cut these, and then we're going to go ahead and then we're going to do our measurements. Alright, I got my decal pre-cut because this is a seam that's been the trouble spot since I built this. Everything else looks kind of right. I'm just double checking things. Okay, so I've got 2 rivet seams I got to work with here. We'll go ahead and we'll dip this into our water. We'll set it out. And we will go ahead and we'll wait for that to cure up. And we'll go from there. Alright, the separation process was actually pretty fast. It only took like maybe a minute. So let's go ahead and move our rivet decal over. Okay. Alright, let's give that a minute or two to set. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it comes out pretty close. So let's give it a little shot of Solvaset as soon as it dries on there, and we'll be right back.
Many hours later.
Alright, and as it was stated, many hours later, and I went ahead and I painted it over with white just to make sure. I did the second decal. I don't know if the camera shows it up because it is white, but this one versus the Micromark decals is definitely showing some rivets. Now they're not like super protruded like the molded in rivets, but the rivets definitely are there. So I'm going to call this a win. And the only con, because I have to have pros and cons in this. The only con is obviously they're not raised enough to really super show the detail, but I think this is workable enough for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rebuild one more caboose, because this one, obviously after I've done the paint and all that on there, I'm not happy with the gaps. I'm not happy with the holes. I'm not happy with any of that. So this car literally became a guinea pig at the start. So I'm going to give a big thumbs up to these decals here. And like I said, these are from the cool guys at Archer Fine Transfers. And you can find them on archertransfers.com. And until then, I've got a few more packages for other videos that just came in the mail. So until next time, I am Psycho for Tycho. And I'm psycho for these rivets too. Wow, these are nice. All right. Hey friends, I know you're at the end of the video and all that, but I just wanted to give a quick shout out that if you're in Carson City or any of the surrounding neighborhoods, come on down to Mills Park where the Carson City Railroad Association, my model railroad club, happens to be at. We've got both HO scale and N scale. We run modular displays. We also have, during the summer months, a 2-foot tourist railroad that kind of goes around half the park. Membership fee is about $35. If you want to run some trains, come on down. Just let us know. Link in the description, and the link is right here at the bottom. And have a good one. I'm Psycho for Tycho. We'll see you next time.